All right, here we go. Mic a little bit closer. Here we go. All right, going to be on the Shattered Temple. AvRiku, the red Zerg, versus our green Terran friend, the first Terran game of the night of NightFury. AvRiku choosing the Raynor portrait. What does that tell us about the player when his portrait is Raynor, and the other one using the other guy that no one ever learned his name from the campaign? He's got earmuffs though. Does that say he's hard on hearing? Maybe that's what NightFury is trying to tell us about his gameplay. And here we go, NightFury versus AvRiku. AvRiku doing the F1 split. If you guys don't know what that is, if you hit F1 when you start the game, it'll select an idle worker. And you can say F1, click on that mineral, F1, click on that mineral, F1, click on that mineral, and each one will go to an individual mineral. You have to have pretty good hand speed to do it if you want to be better than the normal split. I just use the old 3-3 split. You just grab 3, send them, grab 3, send them. So right here we have AvRiku in the top center corner, the red Zerg going with the red. That is a more traditional Zergy color, I would say. I would say red is probably a pretty good color for Zerg. He is not breaking any standards or traditions. His parents will be happy to see him as red. The green Terran, kind of green really doesn't fit any of the races. You can kind of say green is a Terran color. I can see that. It's more of a military color for he's trying to camouflage himself into Shattered Temple, trying not to be seen. And here's the AvRiku spotting the command center and flying away. So NightFury not seeing that. Supply depot going down, not walling himself in against a Zerg, which is something a lot of players will do that. They won't wall themselves in, but some players will indeed wall themselves in against a Zerg. But we'll see. It looks like NightFury might be planning to do the wall in with his first barracks instead of the supply depot, deciding that he doesn't want to get Baneling busted. That's another thing you can do. Put 2 barracks here. It takes a lot more Banelings to kill 2 barracks than it does to kill 1 supply depot. Looks like a pool coming out here on 14-ish, around 14 it looks like, for AvRiku. Pretty good timing on that. It does have gas first, probably going to see speed, or maybe a quick layer if we want to see some insane cheese, maybe some insane roach speed timing or something. But most likely just going to be Zergling speed coming out. NightFury sitting here with his barracks now complete, done a little bit faster than the spawning pool. Is not building a marine yet, but we might see that in a bit of time. The orbital command going down almost immediately, supply depot, and then a gas coming out for NightFury, doing a good job, Macron doing a good job keeping all this stuff together. AvRiku also doing a very good job at 16 supply. Spawning pool now complete. Let's see what he's going to do with his larva. It does make some Zerglings and another set of Zerglings, so 4 Zerglings on the field coming out, around 18 food now. The Overlord popping out on time, keeping himself not supply blocked. The drone being here, being a little pesky, going to try to attack this SCV. We'll see if he pulls another SCV off the line. He's going to pull one here, but this drone, it looks like this SCV might go down. This drone trying to get in here, just can't barely not touch that SCV. That SCV hiding in the corner there. Really wants to get that, but now this Marine comes out and saves the SCV. 5 health in the SCV. Really faithful that he, or really happy that he moved there, and now he's going to go back to the mineral line. Back to the mineral line. And there goes some Zerglings now to kill this right here. And expanding on 22, pretty standard to get rid of the, so you can't get blocked by the SCV. Get your first 4 set of Zerglings out. Allows you to expand pretty early. NightFury going to see that. Let's see what he's going to do. Does have 2 gas up. Going to get through the factory first. Not going to go for an expansion early. 2 gas says that he's going to be going for some kind of a small tech path. Might expand a little bit later, but not expanding as of right now. Bunch of Zerglings on the way. Do we have a Baneling's nest or anything on the way? Just some drones, looks like. Still droning up. Another hatchery coming out. Another gas going down. Speed is done. Looks like another extra 100 gas down here on AvRiku. What's he going to do with that? Might get the layer early. Might just be saving up gas for later on in the game. Speed now complete for these Zerglings sitting up here, watching for the expansion timing, just making sure there's no expansion as of yet. A couple Marines being produced. These as I said earlier, apparently he does decide to wall off with his supply depots. 4 banelings right here in this little gap will kill both these supply depots pretty substantially. So that's always something that could happen with that amount of gas that AvRiku's getting. Doing a little bit of a transfer. Might throw down a creep tumor, and now he's going to move this queen over here. By the time she gets here, probably will have enough to spout some larvae. I don't know. I'm not sure exactly how it is on Shattered Temple, how long it takes her. She might, looks like she'll get there pretty early. And one Zerg coming up here to run in, kind of baiting him in with the supply depot. Bunch of Zerglings here. The SCV did spot them. Zerglings looking for the expansion still. Going to poke up here the ramp, going to get shot and run back away. Going to get that SCV. That's a free SCV kill. Does get shot a little bit from that Marine. He does have 1 kill with his Gauss rifle. Another couple shots going off on these Zerglings. 1 at 2 of life. Does not want to move that one up there. Still Marines coming out. Double factory on the way. A reactor and a attack lab, but not getting the reactor on that factory. Whether or not he's going to use that for Hellions, maybe switch that over to a barracks to get more Marines, using the factory just to produce that is an interesting choice. And getting siege tech, so siege tech on the way for the Terran player. AvRiku having pretty good mineral saturation in both his bases, really good in his main, and decent in his front. Still making drones, kind of powering, not seeing really much coming out from the Terran player, just sitting his Zerglings out here watching the ramp, and the 1 pot shot from that siege tank does get off. I don't know if AvRiku spotted that little particle effect that hit his Zergling, but might have told him that there are siege tanks on the way. Going for these rocks now, getting around the 10-minute mark, probably going to be looking to take a third. Almost definitely going to be looking to take a third with these Zerglings. Does leave 1 here, watching for the expansion timing. Still no command center on the way. Kind of going for a 1-base play. Does get supply blocked a bit. Does not have enough to drop a supply. Does get the siege tech. Might be going for blue flame soon. Get some Hellions out here. A lot of production facilities on 1 base. Has not yet built that command center, which is something you probably want to see from NightFury. And an Overseer coming in here, probably going to drop a Changeling and have that Changeling look around. The Overseer just kind of hanging out. Can he see anything? He does know that there's a siege tank with a tech lab. And probably poking in with a couple Zerglings there to check it out. These Zerglings still working on these rocks. These rocks do have 3 armor, so these 5 damage is only doing 2 damage per hit. And you can see this slowly whittling it down. A couple Zerglings over here deciding, you know, we'll help you out. You guys are taking a long time, and we know this is terrible punishment, but we'll help you out. Looks like AvRiku really pushing on the macro. Not terrified at all of this Marine tank composition with a couple Hellions thrown in. Gonna be taking this expansion. He does have, or it looks like NightFury has the center, and not going to be knowing about this push out for a little bit. And that's a thing that NightFury wants. Or AvRiku, excuse me, wants. He does have infestors on the way. Does he have the infestor? No, he does not have pathogen glands, so he's not going to be able to fungal growth immediately. But NightFury is sitting in the middle of the map with his siege tanks and Hellions, and this Hellion going to try to take out this Zergling. Just going to take a couple hits. 1 more shot from this Hellion. Does take a little bit of damage, gets him down 30 health there on that Hellion, and looks like this is going to be the push now. NightFury coming up here, going to try to take out some stuff, putting up a missile turret. Doesn't want to get his Baneling exploded. They were talking about that earlier in the chat. And a couple siege tanks now setting up their positioning. Don't want to get perfectly surrounded. Going to move off the creep. That queen immediately getting destroyed by this Marine force. Does scan, not worried about Banelings now because there are no Banelings on the field yet. 1-1 upgrades now complete for AvRiku. He is building a ton of Zerglings right now. Where are those infestors? Infestors are on the high ground. There is no air units here to spot for the siege tanks. There is an overlord up here watching this whole debacle going down. He can't actually see anything, so never mind, he's not watching anything. He is overseeing this statue, making sure that statue is still there. Couple Hellions running in, gonna roast a bunch of Zerglings. They do have blue flame. Gonna get surrounded. That is a ton of Zerglings, and nope, does not want to lose all those Zerglings. These Hellions now, only 2 left. But do a pretty good job. That was a pretty good use of, when you have that many Zerglings versus that many Hellions, you definitely come out ahead with killing that many units. Might want to do like a Zergling run by or something, which might be what we're seeing here. He is not controlling the watchtower, so he's going all the way around the map. And now he's moving in, and these supply depots are... Oh, one's up now. Not going to move the other up, apparently. Zerglings are coming in, and he does move his Hellions down here. Zerglings running up. Are they going to get through? They do get past the siege, the supply depot. Hellions sitting over here need to retreat back to base, and now the Zerglings are moving into the mineral line. This is a 1-base Zerg, or excuse me, a 3-base almost Zerg. Now these Marines are moving in to kill this hatchery. But it's going to be a 2-base Zerg versus a 1-base Terran, and these are just absolutely wrecking havoc. These Zerglings absolutely destroyed every single worker. No mules, no workers, nothing left here. And these Hellions cleaning that up. Going to take out these last remaining Zerglings. And now it's really, this is NightFury's only push. There are no Hellions here to help this against Zerglings, so these Infestors, I don't know if they have Burrow yet. Do not have Burrow. Could get some Burrow research, perhaps. He does have Burrow researching somewhere. There it is. Could go up there and do a couple infested Terran to make these siege tanks hurt themselves, but there is a missile turret ready and waiting for that. A bunch of Hellions, Marines coming out, SCVs being produced. Really going to be tough for this Terran player to push back against this Zerg opponent. The longer AvRiku has, the better he does, because all these drones are harvesting. And what does NightFury have? He has 2 mules and a decent saturation of SCVs at his main. Looks like a Nidus worm came out. Didn't even realize there was a Nidus on the map. Didn't even hear it come out because my game sounds are so low. And a bunch of infested Terran now getting launched by these infestors. And it looks like this is going to clean up whatever is here, not really focusing. A couple Marines running in. These infestors fungal growthing them, it looks like. Siege tanks moving onto the creep. Infested Terran now moving out, throwing infested Terran. Hotkeys, Blarg, NightFury says, and he says GG. And it looks like AvRiku winning that fight pretty convincingly after getting those Zerglings into the main. NightFury just didn't have the production to deal with that. But good game, and hopefully we'll see some more.